Hunter Dickinson was ranked as the 11th best center in the 2020 college basketball recruiting class, so we're the 10 centers ranked higher than him now. Well, to start, just in front of him at number 10 is Frank Kepnian, coming out of Norristown, Pennsylvania, who committed to play for Oregon. And he was underwhelming in his 2 years at Oregon, transferring to Washington for the last 3 seasons where he's been pretty solid. And at number 9 is Matty Cisco, coming out of Mount Pleasant, Utah, who committed to play for Michigan State. And in his 4 years at Michigan State, he was just kind of a bust, never really doing much there, transferring to California this year where he had a solid season. And at number 8 is Mac Etienne, coming out of Wolfboro, New Hampshire, who committed to play for UCLA. And he played 2 years at UCLA where he just didn't do very much, transferring to DePaul where he also just wasn't that great. And after that, this season he transferred to play for LaSalle. And at number 7 is Isaiah Jackson, coming out of Waterford, Michigan, who committed to play for Kentucky. And in his 1 year of college basketball at Kentucky, he was a pretty solid player there, going on to be selected 22nd overall in the 2021 NBA draft by the Lakers. After that, he was traded off to the Pacers where he's been solid for the last 4 years. And coming in at number 6 is Walker Kessler, coming out of Fairborn, Georgia, who committed to play for North Carolina. And he didn't do much in his 1 year at North Carolina, transferring to Auburn in 2021 where he was truly amazing, being named the SEC Defensive Player of the Year and the National Defensive Player of the Year. And this allowed him to be selected 22nd overall in the 2022 NBA draft by Memphis, where he's been traded to Utah and has become a pretty solid player for them. And cracking into the top 5 is Day'Ron Sharpe, coming in at Montford, Florida, who committed to play for North Carolina. And he was a good player in North Carolina in his 1 season there and was going to be selected 29th overall in the 2021 NBA draft. And so far through his first 4 seasons in the NBA, he's been a solid role player. And coming in at number 4 is Makur, coming out of Phoenix, Arizona, who committed to play for Howard. And he only played 2 games of college basketball at Howard before going to play in the National Basketball League in Australia. And after that, he's bounced around numerous different professional leagues and teams and is currently playing in Saudi Arabia. And cracking into the top 3 is Mark Williams, coming out of Bradenton, Florida, who committed to play for Duke. And in his 2 years of college basketball at Duke, he was an extremely good player there, being named the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. And this allowed him to be selected 15th overall in the 2022 NBA draft by the Hornets, where he's become a pretty solid player for them for the last 3 years. And coming in at number 2 is Musa Cisse, coming in at Memphis, Tennessee, who committed to play for Memphis. And he did a solid freshman year at Memphis before transferring to Oklahoma State in 2021, where he was solid there for 2 years, being named the Big 12 Co-Defensive Player of the Year. And after 2 years at Oklahoma State, he transferred to Mississippi, where he just didn't do very much, and then transferred back to Memphis for this year of college basketball. At number 1 is Evan Mobley, coming out of Temecula, California, who committed to play for USC. He was flat out dominant his 1 year of college basketball at USC, averaging 16.4 points and 8.7 rebounds, as he was named the Pac-12 Player of the Year. And this allowed him to be selected 3rd overall in the 2021 NBA draft by the Cavaliers, where he's becoming an extremely good player for them for the last 4 years, as he just made his first NBA All-Star game.